looks like we're live. It says I'm live, but I don't see myself just yet. What's going on YouTube? What's up Trading View? Alright, we're up and running on the Trading View. Not quite up and running on YouTube yet. You gotta smash that like button. Welcome back to another session, Chart Mastery. I'm gonna be kind of quick with the stream today. Markets are volatile. Kind of like being at the trade station behind me and not streaming when we got so much volatility. So one thing we're seeing on BTC, right? I'm gonna cover BTC. I'm gonna cover Ether. I'm gonna cover Luna, and I'm gonna cover indices. One thing we're seeing is the last 61.8 bearish retracement level, right, which is still 44,951. That is still holding as a bearish retracement level, right? The positive thing is we're starting to channel, right? When we see the descending channels, typically out of a breakdown, historically they've done us well, right? They've done the market well. You can see some over here, right? So we could see some over here where the chart pretty much did that type of channel, that parallel ascending channel, and right, and kept rallying. We've seen that elsewhere. We've also seen them in previous years and previous initial runs, right? We saw one here, all right, and then it got really volatile, and then it really took off. So for now, what I would assume is I'm not going to say pray. Let's hope this channel holds, right? This channel needs to freaking hold. And 44,905 needs to be taken out. And I think our next level of resistance is going to be close to it, right? Close to it. And that's going to be on the daily. All right, when I'm moving averages on the daily, it's going to be like right around 48,100. We saw something similar play out in 2018. All right, so if the market's going to continue going up, it needs to breach this MA, and at that point, I would say let it run. All right, so we either run into this scenario or this scenario, and that will let us know if we're bullish or not. Right? Did we have the initial bounce off of it on the downside? How did price react? We did, but it wasn't strong, right? So this MA is still valid. It was support. Then it became resistance, right? So that's what I'm seeing for BTC right now. This channel needs to hold, and 44,898 needs to get devoured by bulls. Like, we need a break above it. They've tested this so many times. All right, I'm gonna cover Ether. ETH is making me, like, I know I was really bullish on ETH, and then I'm going to go into some details. I'm going to cover these because I think I covered them last stream, right? And I don't know if I did. I think I saw these maybe Monday night, either that or Sunday night, where the pattern was really obvious, right? I think I highlighted these last stream. You're going to go with the ABCD correction. So here we had these descending broadening wedges, right? That really extended down for E. And then we saw the same thing happen again. And I highlighted this on our Twitter, so make sure to follow us on Twitter, because when I see something, I share it. Not all the time, but most of the time. Right? So we saw this play out several times where the triangle was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs, and the fifth leg was really extended, right? Or the wedge. And I don't want to remove drawings just yet. If we go out and zoom out on like the 4 hour, we might be seeing something like that playing out. So at this point, yes, I'm still long, but I'm also like, I think it's important to be hedged here, right? Just in case we see the same thing happen on a larger scale. So now I'm also considering this scenario in mind in case BTC doesn't do what it's supposed to, what I think it's supposed to, and that'll put E down below. Luckily, you've got a way to measure these and get the targets based off what the other two did, and I've got these on Twitter highlighted fairly well. I think E wave would be around like 1900 and 2036. So This is, I think, the ultra bear scenario. This is the, if we do get a massive leg down, that's where I want to bid, right? But if you continue up here, I think if we break 3,400, I'd say she's gone. But I would not want to bid here. I would counter trade this so hard, right? I'd go all in on a long down here. That's what I'm seeing on ETH. Luna, very interesting. Red on Discord highlighted the pennant. I don't know how I missed it. I guess I'm just looking at smaller time frames. He's looking at the hourly. But the hourly is doing a pennant, right? And if you take the closes, we had a breakout, and now we have a retest. And it looks like it's holding at the 50, right? And if the 50 holds, what do we know about it holding 50 bullish retrace? That's super bullish, right? Luckily, we're already long in this move, right? I don't have to chase it. And so if we get that breakout, I'm thinking maybe we target 140, right? If we don't get that breakout, then we're looking for a retracement, right? But for now, I think we do this, we get the last top, right? And we got support here, that 45 close, which we did signal as a long, also signaled 51. I think if you get that pennant breakout here and we can flip one ATH at 108, I think we could end up doing this kind of extension where we ring. Actually, this one broke above the 1.6, but here, I'm gonna stick to the same method to get that. I think we can literally ring 145 and come back down to 123 if we get that breakout. This thing's been super bullish, and I published a trading idea on this on TradingView. On this bottom right here, pretty much saying it's doing the same thing as that bottom, and the bull runs on, and we're in a bull cycle for Luna. So if we hit 145, down back to 123, 123 is bid zone, right? If we don't do that, then we're just going to look for the retrace. These are things I'm keeping an eye on right now. And then let's look at indices. I'm still in my longs, right? I tweeted yesterday. I didn't even put a chart. I said yesterday's price action was a bear trap. And it kind of was, right? They want you to think it's still coming down. But what we did to get the bottom on this, I resorted back to my moving averages on the daily, right? Just like what I'm trying to track for BTC moving forward. This is something that I know happens on the ES, right? Let's remove drawings. Alright, so we're getting our first bounce here of my red MA since freaking COVID, man. Like, this is post-COVID. This is the first bounce. And usually, it's a sustainable bounce, right? Here we went below, but that bounce triggered the next run. This bounce triggered this massive risk-on move. So I'm not shorting just yet. I think long is strong, long is the way right now. Usually, like, when this holds a support, that's when you want to go long, right? Or when I want to go long. Now, if we do get a situation like we're seeing here, right, where it does bull trap right above. I also want to talk about gold when I'm done with indices. If we see something like that, then you want to take that fib. I think that was a 61.8 off this move. A little higher, 786. I don't think we have that yet, right? Off this last high, you absolutely don't. So my U Pro calls, well, we're almost there, but I think we don't have a 786. We barely hit a 61.8. My U Pro calls should hit the money by the end of the week, and the QQQ ones as well. And those expire on the 11th, so we still have played those far out. We still have like 8 trading days, seven other trading sessions to get up there. Interestingly, the ES did the same wedge formation with the same target as Ether, and so did Luna. I'm gonna write a Medium post on it and show you guys how to measure it in that post and how to trade them. So That'd be super interesting. All right, let's look at NQ. You guys want me to cover your charts? Go ahead and drop it. Drop me your chart, please. So NQ is just now recovering, right? Just now clearing that MA. And so we could go in a volatility move, right? We were thinking Fed's gonna fight inflation and Fed's gonna cut rates. What are we thinking now? We're thinking we're going into World War III now, and there will be 0 rate cuts going into QE infinity. So the narrative just changed, right? Putin, y'all sold the Putin pump, y'all sold the Putin dump, and now you're buying the Putin pump. So narrative is changing, right? The Fed today, Powell talked a little bit, and I didn't listen to it. I just saw some snippets of highlights. Do I want to short the NQ? I think it's too soon. I think we get a deader catter bounce. If not, go in a risk on environment, right? If we extend again on crypto, and if we extend again on stocks, it's gonna get really fun, right? Like we might see what we saw post COVID. We might see some more upvaluating assets. All right, let's look at gold. I still have my gold short, and premiums going up on those puts. One of my mentors / associates thinks it's a genius play if it plays out, and my banker friend thinks I'm wrong. So I'm getting mixed reviews, but I'm sticking to my guns on this, and that is a 61.8 retracement. We saw this happen before, so I'm still short, man. I'm still short on gold, and I'm trading 145 puts to 130 puts, July 2023. So it's gonna be interesting. Traders versus banker, CBOE executive friend versus private banking world friend. So that's all I've got, right? That's all I've got for today's stream. And what do you guys want me to cover? You want me to cover anything? Anybody? KNC USD, Audio USD, KNC USD. Dude, Kyber Network pumps when it pumps. Oh shit, excuse my French. It looks good, man. This looks decent. This looks actually super bullish. Remember, 61.8, right? Didn't even hit it last time. But right now, it's the closest target I've got. It might even be there. Yeah, it's actually added, because if you take that trend break retest right here as their swing high, it's actually added, right? A lot of alts, a lot of coins just hit this level, right? This is the level for bearish continuation. I'm going to show you guys something. I've talked about this plenty on this stream, right? All of these moves were 61.8 bearish continuations, right? This one was. This is why I'm saying it's time to be cautious, right? This one was. You see where we have a swing high, swing low, 61.8. So red line, swing high, swing low, 61.8, red line. This is a time to be cautious, right? This isn't time to, like, buy the dip every time. I mean, it could be, right? But I got you guys in very early on these swings, right? Like BTC, I signaled it at like a wick low. It was crazy. I'll pull it up. Try to get you guys at a wick low so we don't end up FOMOing high, right? Like that's not how we trade, right? Entry was 37,484, right? So it was even below this open. It was below this daily open that we got in. It was below this weekly open, right? So it was this daily wick that we caught. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of time to take precautions just in case if we do dump down again. We want to be ready for that. and until we test 44,905 again, it's going to be really tricky to figure it out, right? And wait a minute. And if we do get like another low, I'll find it when I find it. Probably be like 27, 29, 31. If that happens, right? If you reject here. So I want to put both scenarios in mind. Like put the bear in mind, keep the bear in mind, right? So going back to KNC, the Russia situation makes me more bearish on gold because retail's buying the shit out of it, right? Retail's buying the shit out of gold because of the Russia situation, right? Meanwhile, you guys remember when I published on gold? Anybody remember when I published on gold? Let me pull up my publication. Coin OBS, medium, gold, bag. Jeez. Alright, pulling it up. May 16, 2019. I said cats out of the golden bag, and I highlighted. This is the whole publication. I'll drop you guys a link to it. I'm not even logged in, but just drop that link in the comments for you guys and gals. It's it May 16, 2019, right? So it was right here, right? That's when I said gold was going to go on a bull run, right? So if you think about it, all these gold buyers that ran it up, people that got in this range that was years in this range, right? Now we have conflict. You think they're buying more? I think it's doing very similarly to what it did last top, which was a 61.8 rejection, right? And if it maintains a 61.8 rejection, right, then I'll blow this up for you guys. All right. Then what happened? And then we had all these buyers, right? And then this kind of move, right? So yeah, like I published that it was going to go bullish here, right? And it's been 2 years. And then we entered a range. Was this distribution or accumulation or what, right? If this doesn't break out, if 1926 doesn't fold over and become support, I just see this coming down, right? And I think the Russia situation, it's like with retail, it's like buy the rumor, sell the news. And stocks, it was sell the rumor and then buy the invasion, right? That's right when they invaded, we saw the market pop, right? So it was basically the opposite. And I think even like here in 2012 on this last gold top, we saw the market enter risk on. And if we're getting that bounce off the MA, like I think we are, we could remember the market is not rational, right? So yeah. What's up, Dark Force? All right, let's look at audio USD. Man, there's not enough data on this chart for me. Maybe the daily shows me something. Don't like it. It's like sub 786. $88.831, 83 cents needs to be support, and we can maybe see a bump up to $1, right? But until then, like, I think this could continue down. Personally, I don't see. Maybe the only bullish anything that I see is a 61.8 holding. So this thing might be trying to reverse, right? Might be trying to reverse because we do have a minor 60. That's where you want to long a dip, right? When something pumps, you stay away. You wait for that retrace, right? Same thing with like that Luna pump, right? Except for Luna's doing it like an all-time high, right? So let's go to the 5, right? So we look at this move. What we see, right? Trying to hold the 50. I think you can test the 61.8. But yeah, so and even like speaking of Luna, I took this long based on this 61.8 retrace, right? So going back to your chart, audio USD, right? You see where it like bounced off this red line? That's the only like bullish indication that I'm seeing. And if it holds above 0.83, then it's probably gonna rally a little bit. All right. MIR USD. Jeez, man, beat down chart. Like super down extended. I mean, you can see where it got bottom, right? I mean, if you mentioned this a few weeks ago, I would have been like long 98. Now we can only expect it to do a 61.8, right? So if this dumps, it's not really a dump. If this pulls back down to 122 and it holds, that would be interesting. Is there a perp on this? No perps. Okay, I'm not trading it. All right, doing good. Yeah, you do, man. You nailed those beat downs. All right, let's look at Sol. I'm gonna take that Sol as my final request, and I'm gonna get back to the volatility. So, Sol USD T. Man, I was saying get out of Sol, time to sell over 200. Now it's back at 100. It got a 50% discount. All right, what's up with this? Not pretty, man. You know, pulled back below 61.8. You want to be more accurate, like, yeah. All right, so let's work with extensions. If retracements aren't giving us anything, then the next bet is extensions. 92 held. What's going on now? God, this thing. Oh my god, I think I see something. I do see something. Wicked. You guys see that? It's kind of doing what the ether wedge did, sorta. A lot of these charts did this extension off these moves. Crazy wicked. Alright, it was kind of a wedge, but it didn't play out to the bull side. It dumped. It went to the 1.6. Based on this, right? Based on this extension and based on this retracement, it needs to take out 104. It's doing what a lot of things are doing. It's stuck in this ping pong range. Even like the art that I did for the thing for the stream today had like a ping pong table. Aaron K Chromus. Am I bullish? Not as bullish as I was 2 days ago at the bottom. Now I'm thinking we could go lower. So possibly. You can rewind the stream and get my opinion. I'm like 50-50 at this point, and I would say it wouldn't be a bad time to play a little hedges, you know, a couple of hedges here and there. I'm bullish at wick close, right? I'm bullish at lows, and I'm cautious at highs or 61.8s. All right, last one, EGLD USD. Love you guys, but I gotta babysit my positions. So AGLD USD. Sub 61.8. Looks like an extension here. Yeah. I don't know, man. I basically cut all my holdings down to like a few things this turn, right? Luna is a big holding of mine just because the chart was super bullish and I got a bottom ring on it, so I traded it. You see 2 rejections at 158. If this was a gold tracker, I'm not familiar with them. If it's like a gold-based tracker and I'm right about gold, I think it's going to go down. I'm not familiar with what EGLD does. I think it sounds like it. So 158 needs to flip, or else this is resistance. Right? I'd encourage everybody once the stream's over to go back and start with BTC, start with Ether, see my view, what my view is on the 2 majors, right, that tend to lead these market cycles, and see my view on indices and kind of make your own opinion. That's all I got. That's all I got for today. I appreciate everybody coming into the stream. I love all your energy. Thank you for participating. Follow us on Twitter for like super fast updates, like right here at CoinOBS, and then we're in Discord 24/7. There's links in the link tree to get into Discord and everywhere else we are. Yeah, hop into Discord, ask for a guest pass, and I'll see you there. And until then, guys, until